Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Monday, August 22, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Chicago White Sox versus Kansas City Royals. The Chicago White Sox and the Kansas City Royals face off in a one-game series on Monday afternoon at Kauffman Stadium to take on one another. The White Sox are sending right-hander Michael Kopech to pitch, and he is coming off a losing effort against the Houston Astros after throwing 6 innings and allowing 3 runs on 5 hits with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. The Royals are having young southpaw Daniel Lynch to the mound, and he is coming off a loss against the Minnesota Twins as he threw 6 innings and gave up 4 runs, 3 earned, on 5 hits with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Our team pick: Chicago White Sox for the win. The White Sox will have Michael Kopech on the hill for the 23rd time of the season. Kopech was effective in his previous start, holding the tough Astros offense to 3 runs on 5 hits in 6 innings, but was charged with the loss. The young right-hander sometimes gets in trouble due to walks, but overall is having a solid year, sporting a 3.25 ERA and a 1.18 WHIP to go with a 4-9 record in 110.2 innings pitched on the season. Kopech has conceded 4 runs in 12 innings against the Royals this season and is 0-1 with a 4.09 ERA in 24.2 career innings. These are games the Chicago White Sox need to win. They are drifting in the divisional and wild card standings. The Sox are a streaky team and expect them to take care of business against an inferior foe. White Sox starter Michael Kopech is reliable. He has allowed 2 or fewer runs in 5 out of his last 7 outings. Furthermore, Royals starter Daniel Lynch has struggled in his career against the White Sox. He has surrendered 15 runs in 19.2 innings against the rivals. The Royals have now lost 8 out of their last 10 games and are slumping at the dish, scoring 3 or fewer runs in 7 consecutive games. Our total pick is under the total. Atlanta Braves versus Pittsburgh Pirates. The Atlanta Braves face the Pittsburgh Pirates, with both teams heading in opposite directions this season. The Braves have a 75-48 record, and with 8 wins in their last 10 games have been giving the Mets a chase for first place in the National League East Division. The Pirates, on the other hand, have a 47-74 record, and with an 8-20 seconds half record, have fallen into last place in the National League Central Division. For the upcoming game, the Braves will turn to Jake Odorizzi as their starting pitcher, while the Pirates will turn to Roansy Contreras, who hopes to improve after allowing 12 runs in his last 3 starts. Our team pick is Braves minus 1.5 runs. And here is why. Atlanta looked like it might be on its way to falling out of National League East contention when it lost 3 straight games against the Mets earlier this month, but the Braves responded in a huge way. They went on an 8-game winning streak and won 11 of their next 12 games overall, including 3 out of 4 against New York last week. Atlanta built on that momentum with a pair of wins against Houston over the weekend, but it dropped a 5-4 decision on Sunday in the series finale. The Braves are now hitting the road for a 6-game road trip that features a stop in St. Louis next weekend. They are 4 games back of New York in the division standings, but they are comfortably in the playoff picture. Pittsburgh was not in playoff contention heading into the All-Star break, but things have gotten even worse for the Pirates since then. They lost 8 of their first 9 games to open the second half of the season, and have now lost 12 of their last 16 games heading into this series. Pittsburgh opened its series against Cincinnati over the weekend with a 5-4 win, but it proceeded to allow 19 total runs over the following 2 games. The Pirates are wrapping up a 9-game homestand with this series. They have the second worst record in the National League, sitting only in front of Washington. This is about as good of a bounce-back spot as Odorizzi could have asked for. He has not looked sharp in his first 2 starts since joining the Braves, but now he gets a chance to settle in against a terrible Pittsburgh lineup. Odorizzi is also being backed up by one of the hottest offenses in the majors, as Atlanta has been doing damage ever since the All-Star break. The Braves cannot afford to let up in their quest to take another NL East crown, especially with how good the Mets are playing right now. I expect them to take care of business and put this game away in the early stages. Our total pick is over 8.5 runs. The Braves have one of the best lineups in baseball, and with the over covering in 11 of their last 17 road games, expect this game to be a high-scoring one from the first pitch. The Pirates look to plate base runners throughout the game, with Brian Reynolds, Ben Gamel, and the rest of the lineup stepping up and making contact. Cincinnati Reds vs. Philadelphia Phillies. The Cincinnati Reds will go on the road as they take on the Philadelphia Phillies at Citizens Bank Park. Luis Cessa will be the starting pitcher for the Reds. Noah Syndergaard is expected to take the mound for the Phillies. Our team pick is Philadelphia minus 1.5 runs. And here is why. The Reds are already looking to the future with nearly 60 games left in the 2022 season. The final piece came this week when the team announced that Joey Votto, the veteran heart and soul of the team, would be shut down for the season to undergo shoulder surgery. The Reds will now truly get a chance to get a look at several younger players, as the team's veterans have nearly all moved on. Over the weekend, the Reds battled the Pirates as each team tried to stay out of the cellar in the NL Central Division. After splitting the first 2 games, the Reds pounded out 13 hits and pounded Pittsburgh 9-5 in the finale on Sunday. Jake Fraley went 2 for 2 with a home run, 3 walks, a stolen base and 4 runs scored from the leadoff spot. The Reds are not blessed with one of the league's stronger pitching staffs, and they took a blow at the trade deadline by dealing away 2 key starters. Now, the team turns to an opener against a hard-hitting Phillies attack that is especially powerful at home. The Phillies took 2 out of 3 games from the Reds just last week and pounded out 15 runs in the 2 victories. In addition, Syndergaard pitched his best outing as a Philly against the Reds, and I expect more of the same against a further depleted Reds lineup. The Reds have been scrappy and resilient all season, but they are now standing in the way of a Philadelphia team that has its sights set on the playoffs and know that they can ill afford a step back against a struggling Reds team. Philadelphia will sweeten its 36-18 record against sub.500 teams with an easy win in this one. Our total pick is over 8.5 runs. And here is why. Luis Cessa has a 5.50 ERA, 1.46 whip, and opposing batters are hitting .276 against him. With Cessa on the mound, this will be a bullpen game for the Reds. When Cessa leaves the game, the Reds' bullpen has been terrible. They are bottom 5 in ERA, runs allowed, home runs allowed, walks allowed, whip, and batting average against. Philadelphia has been very good on offense this season. They are top 10 in the league in runs, hits, home runs, RBIs, SLG, and OPS. Kyle Schwarber leads the team in runs, home runs, and RBIs.